This is Shiloh Burns from Drab to Fab. And Shiloh, I am so excited about this project that you have for us today. It's so cute. Tell us about what we're gonna make.
So we're making dog planters. We have one finished here so you can see what they look like complete, but we're gonna do a golden doodle. So we have all the pieces laid out and we're gonna paint them and then I'm gonna assemble it.
Love it. It's so adorable.
It is, and you can use it all year. It doesn't need to be just for the spring. You know, we kind of put some flowers in here, but you could do it in the fall with some pumpkins, a little hay, mums,
anything.
You know, when you get into winter and Christmas, you could do some Christmas flowers. Poinsettias would be really pretty in here.
Gorgeous.
Some greenery, some Christmas lights even.
Love it.
Outside or inside, he would be fine.
Yep.
He's solid wood, so either one would be fine.
Perfect. All right, well, let's get started.
Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna paint all of our pieces. So I'm gonna start with our planter box pieces. It's these 5 pieces over here.
All right.
And we're just gonna do them in our tan colored paint. So this is Dixie Belle Chalk Mineral Paint. It's a chalk paint, so it makes painting projects quite easy. It's water-based, which is really nice. It has no smell.
No, it
and
doesn't.
you could paint inside. You know, you're doing your furniture, you're doing whatever. You don't have to take it outside and deal with
The toxic smell, you don't get that.
Exactly.
The edges, now you didn't paint those, right?
Right, so the edges come black. So they're cut with a laser cutter. So you don't have to paint your edges. We're
nice.
just doing all the flat spots and they would be black. However, if you wanted to paint them, you could absolutely paint over them too. But we're gonna do both sides. Because it's water-based, it dries very quickly, which is really nice. So by the time I get done painting one side of all of these, I'll be able to lap back around and flip them over and just do the other side.
It's really great too because if you wanted to customize it, if you, like depending on the color of your dog, you could do anything you want to make it look. If your dog has special spots somewhere on their paw, you can do anything.
Well, and that's why we sell them unfinished. So, you know, we sell them unfinished because everyone's dog is different, obviously. Like this dog, so this is our doodle.
Yeah.
He could be a Labradoodle, he could be a Golden Doodle, or he could be a Bernie Doodle. It would all just depend the color that you painted him and, you know, the details that you wanted to put on him to make him look like your dog. And then you'll have a little dog of your own sitting on your front porch.
Honestly, so cute.
Now we're gonna do his little front afro thing. We're gonna do that in white, and then I have his little nose in black.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna paint his eyes on with black, but we won't do that till the end, till I know how his face gets set up.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we're gonna start putting it together. We're gonna start with the planter box, which is these pieces here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
So I pre-drilled my boards, so we're just gonna use 1-inch screws, and these will come with your dog when you order it, so you'll have enough to put him together.
Right.
You don't have to worry about that. All right, so here's your sides.
Oh my gosh,
and then we're just gonna mount this on the bottom.
It's really coming together. I love this.
Okay, and just 2 on here. 1. So now we're gonna attach it to our body. So this is obviously the butt. It has your tail here. And again, you painted both sides so you can use either side. You don't have to be too particular with that. And I'm just gonna kind of eyeball this into the middle of his rump back here.
All right.
And then I'm gonna just put 2 screws in. And that's our back end there. And then we'll do our front end here. You do kind of want to stand them up just to make sure your legs.
True.
Otherwise you might have really short. Really short. So to kind of stand him up and see.
Uphill.
Yep. See where he's gonna, right there. See where he's gonna be level at least.
Yeah, good idea.
And then we got 2 more screws. Just going in at a little bit of an angle. And again, these are 1-inch screws because your boards are 3/4 inch. So your board is 3/4 inch and you want it to be able to hook into the board. So you don't want him too long or you'll go right through the whole thing.
Right.
So now our next piece is our face piece. And you can see, you just kind of want to line them up there. And then I'm just going to shoot 1 screw in. Okay, perfect.
Boy, is that quick.
And then for the rest of the pieces, we're gonna use a hot glue gun. Now you could use any type of glue. I'm using a hot glue gun today because it dries pretty quick. We're gonna put the little snout on first. We're gonna mount it right about here. Then we got our little afro here. This is what makes it, I think.
Yeah, I know.
Right? Okay. And then we have our little nose. Mm-hmm. And then we are gonna paint his eyes on.
Okay.
So we're gonna do that last.
Oh, I love the nose. Look at this.
The nose makes it. Once you do your nose, it's like, okay.
There he is.
It came together, right?
Yep.
Just grab my little paintbrush with some black paint and go in and just do some little circles. You can order your own dog. You can do that by giving us a call. You can send us a message on Instagram. You can send us a message on Facebook. You can find it at From Drab to Fab on any of those social media platforms. We're located on Route 6 in Mayfield. Our exact number is 504.
I'd like everyone to know that you also have this retail space too, and the other things you do here with the paint.
Yeah, so we do a lot of different paint parties. As you can see, some of our projects are behind us. We do a lot of that. We do some fundraising, and then the store itself is full of chalk painted furniture, home decor, we have signs, we have wreaths, and then we carry the entire line of the Dixie Belle paint, which is behind us. We carry everything you would need. If you want to stop in, you can ask me questions you have, and I'm happy to help.
Terrific. Shiloh, thanks again. We had so much fun with these guys.
Thanks so much for coming.
You're welcome.